Hey guys, Big Flip here. Hey, I'm going to do this video today on gold pay dirt and how you can do some gold pay dirt right in your front room. This is a Montana Prospector gold pay dirt. We're going to do this. Then I have a snuffer bottle. I have a little vial to catch my gold. Then I got a scale. We'll weigh it out at the end. I have two pans. I always pan one into the other and then go back and forth. So each one of these pans I've sanded a little bit, taken some fine mesh sandpaper and I've sanded them so they have a little bit of grit to them. You don't want a real slick gold pan. You want one that's been used, and the only way to get it used is to sand it down some or use it. But when you use a fresh pan, you'll lose gold. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of finish in here. Oh, this one's not open. Let me open it up. And it probably takes 5 drops, well, a drop per gallon. So I'm just going to put, I don't know, not that much in there. And then this is 4 gallons of water floating in here. Now this is just a concrete pan from Lowe's or Home Depot. And I get enough water in there so that my pan is totally submerged. See how it won't submerge all the way? So let me have a sidekick, add a little bit more water here. Alright, so that's probably enough water. That's about 8 gallons of water. I'm doing this literally on my desk in front of the computer. So that'll let you know, don't get intimidated by gold panning. It's not a huge process. If you have concentrates, you can do it pretty much anywhere. You can just do it, you know, on the tailgate of your truck. Wherever you want to do it, don't get intimidated by it. So what I'll do is I'll use this pan over here as a catch pan. And I'll use this pan as my panning pan. And then I'll flip them around. This is a real nice pan. It's got some real small riffles, and then it's got some bigger riffles. So at the end, you can use this to catch all your gold. And knock off some black sands. I don't know what we're getting into here with this bag of pay dirt, but I'm going to cut it open, and we are going to, matter of fact, I'm going to use a spoon to get this out of here after I cut it open, and I'm just going to put like 5 spoonfuls in at a time, and you'll see me do that. So I'll cut this open, and I'm going to put it in a bowl, and we are going to go from there. Okay guys, I got the bowl out. I'm opening up this bag and I'm going to pour all my concentrates into this bowl. Like I say, don't get intimidated by it. When you do gold panning in such a small pan like this, you can always go back and repan it and confirm that you got it all. I use a high banker sometimes, but today I wanted to do it this way. People don't own a high banker all the time, so I'm just making sure that you know that with just a pan out of your garage, a bowl out of your kitchen, a spoon, sniffer bottle, a little gold vial, and 2 pans, you can pull this off. So I got a little bit of string in there with that one, so I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, so I'm just going to start by putting about, I don't know, 4 or 5 scoops of this pay dirt in there. And then I'll sink it. I'll just beat it up. You know you're beating it up when you get little bubbles on the top of it. I'm gonna run my hands through it. There's some bigger rocks in here that I wasn't expecting, but that's fine. I see they're like a granite stone. So It looks like to me to be kind of muddy pay dirt, which is fine. We'll get beyond that. Your dirt's not going to be clean when you're done with it anyway. And then I'm just going to drop some of my stuff off. And already that gold should be laying there at the bottom. So I'm going to pull out a couple big rocks that we have in here. And I'm going to just keep going back to that same secondary pan. I always pan into another pan so I can do that pan over again. And see where we're at with that? We've kind of just got down to the big rocks. It looks like to me that there's just a lot of sand and granite in here, which is cool. I don't know how the gold lies in the dirt up in Montana, but we will give this a shot and we will figure it out. So I've already deleted it, reduced it down to probably a tenth of what it was. Now we can already look and see if there's any gold in here, because it would have already settled. There's 2 specks that I see there. And a lot of black sand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck those 2 specks out of there. Can you see me kind of moving that black sand out of there? It looks like those 2 specks are 1 speck. So I'm going to get it. I'm hoping you can see that speck. Let me get rid of this. Can you see that little speck right there? I'm going to get it. I'm going to look for more. And that black sand, and I don't see any. So we are going to... So now I'm going to add 5 more. And as you can see, it'll go pretty quick. You can pan it as many times as you want. I have kind of got it down to a system where I know that I'm getting all the gold out of here, but remember, I'm not losing anything because it's all still in this pan. And I keep all my concentrates, and when I'm all done with them, I will run them through my high banker when I get 10, 15, 20 pounds of it. In the winter, I will be doing a lot more of this when the snow flies. During the summer, I think corn roll hunting and things like that is funner. And in the winter, I can't do any of this. I do this about every other weekend up in the mountains. So, we'll just kind of beat it up. You see those big rocks falling off of there. Pick up a little more water. And I'm always agitating it. I'm always beating it up pretty good. You see, we're down to about a tenth of what we had. So I'll knock it down into the pan. Get rid of some of that water. And then I'll swirl it. Now the reason we put that jet dry in here is so the water tension is broke so that the gold won't float. So I do not see any gold in that one. Double check. Nope, there's no gold in that one. And I'm just constantly working it, and I add more water and I work it. And all those lights will come to the surface and they'll roll off the end. So don't be intimidated by it. You can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. If you think you're not doing it right, you can always go back and redo it, because I got that second pan in there. That's the beautiful thing about it. Now look there, you can really kind of see what's going on there. You got the bigger gravel, lighter gravel, and the really light gravel down here. So we'll just keep knocking that off of there. Move it back into your pan and just knock that top stuff off. That gold's gonna lay in there, don't be afraid. So now we're down to, let's look at it. I don't see any gold in that pan. All right, we're going to do the rest. So it looks like we got one speck, one little chunk out of this thing. A lot of times with seeded pay dirt, you don't find gold in all of it because it hasn't been mixed in well. So we are just going to all right, let's see what we got. We got one more speck. So we got 2 specks out of that bag. Not going to be able to see it, but that's it. Kind of disappointing. This was a buy 4 bags, get 8 free. At this point, I don't know what to think about it. I'll have to check out a couple more bags. This is what I've panned through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan it again. I'm going to sink this pan, put some water in here. I'm going to move it all back over to my favorite pan. I want to show you guys something here. Can you see all the black sands there? That means I did my job. And I just didn't find much gold in here. See the black sands? That gold would be sitting right in with those black sands if it was there. And it just doesn't seem to be there. So, let me clean this pan out. I'm going to show you what we got. Which wasn't much, and I'm not even sure it's weighable. So, and if this keeps up, I probably won't be giving any of this gold pay dirt away because it's just not worth it. But there's 2 specks in there. I'm gonna roll. See the 2 specks there? That's all I got in there. Back in the jar. Okay guys, like and subscribe. I hope this helped you out. You really can't go wrong when you're doing it like this because you can always repan. And then take your gold dirt concentrates after you've done what you thought you did by getting all the gold out, and then put them in a bucket outside and save them, and then run them all again at another day. Have a great day. Like and subscribe. I'll check you later. Remember, pay it forward. Alright guys, I just got done with my gold panning in the front room video. I wanted to go over a couple things because I didn't have much gold to show you out of that gold panning video. These are some garnets and turquoise, and there's a garnet in here with gold in it. I will show you these under the scope. These are what I acquired in the last 9 months. living in Colorado. I go to about 4 different locations and do some panning and acquire the gold that you will see coming up. This here, let me get this adjusted, is a bunch of garnets that I have found. They kind of travel with gold, and I have kept those. Gems, pretty neat. They're not really high quality gem quality gems, but I keep them whenever I find them. And then this one has some turquoise in it, has some dark garnet there. So this I mostly got out of gold concentrates that I ordered off the internet. A lot of these here I found when I was panning for gold. That's why they're separated. And then this is a locket that I found at one of my rentals. It was underneath the step going out into the garage at one of my rentals, and it's got some really cool gold in it. It's not a whole lot of gold. It's just a little necklace locket, but I think it's very cool. I will never separate myself from this. It's just really cool. It's got a gold band around it. It's got a screw that keeps it together. So it's not a newer one. It's a fairly older one. I don't know how many years ago this was lost, but it was found at a rental of mine that I don't know who lost it. It could have been the original owners or tenant or whatever, but I thought that was very cool. And so I don't even wear it. I just keep it in this little container here. And then this is what I acquired in Colorado. This gold here came out of gold panning in Colorado. There's some nuggets here. There's some really good stuff here. I'll pour it out into a jar for you. This is probably 3/4 of an ounce. It's quite a bit of gold. It's amazing how much gold you can get in one of these little teeny jars. And then this is what I got recently from the internet, gold concentrates. Let me see if I can clear that up a little bit. So that is very cool too. There's some good nuggets in there. I have some videos on this gold and where I got it from. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this gold out, and I'm going to put it in this this bowl here, and we are going to see a better view of it. So as you can see, there's a lot of fine pieces there with some black sand. This is the little jar. The big jar is still right here. And they're just really good looking nuggets. Now what's going to happen with these is a lot of the small pieces are going to go into a ring for flip side. I'm going to make her a gold ring. I bought a gold pendant with white gold and brown diamonds at an auction a few months ago, and this will be turning into her ring. So I'm gonna find. I already know what jeweler I'm gonna take it to. It's just a matter of getting it done, and that will be soon. We've been together a long time, and this will be a really neat present for her. Did I say a long time? All right, so that's that bowl with what was in that little jar. I'm gonna set that there. Turn it so you can see it. I'm gonna go grab one more bowl. And you can check out the gold that's in this vial here. This is a lot of gold here. This is enough to make a ring for sure. But I'm not going to separate myself from a lot of the nuggets that are in here. I will save the nuggets. See, you can hear them hit. This is beautiful here. You can see this whole nugget. Here's another good one. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably keep these big nuggets. And turn all the smaller gold into a necklace for her. Here's a weird looking nugget. This nugget here, where did it go? It's kind of a weird looking nugget. It looks really rough from the eye, but man, you can tell that thing's been bashed down a river. We don't get a lot of sharp gold here. I think they call it placer gold. I don't know. But we get a lot of gold that's been knocked down the river. And that's what it looks like. So you can see these bigger nuggets. And this is all that I've acquired in Colorado here. These are some really gorgeous pieces. And like I say, there will be a video on the finished product of her ring, but that will also be coming up. So you can see, looks like an old dog bone. You can name your nuggets. I haven't named any, but people have a tendency to do that. Look at that one there. That one's pretty neat. Oh, that's two pieces. When you find nuggets out in the river, you seem to remember them. It doesn't matter if it's a year or 2 years, you seem to kind of remember where you found them. Very cool. So I wanted to let you guys see that. And I hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe, and get back to me on what you think about the video. And oh, I want to show you one more thing. This is the pendant that I bought her for what's going to go in the ring. I don't think clear diamonds are really awesome looking with gold. I think a brown diamond would be best. So look here, I want to show you this. I'm going to put a piece of gold in there next to that. So see how that brown diamond works better with the gold? All right, we'll keep an eye out on the upcoming video of the gold ring for Flipside. Have a great day. Remember, pay it forward. Thanks.